Welcome back to the Big Sunday Show. Federal student loan payments are set to kick back in at the end of the month. But all indications point to the Biden administration extending the payment pause once again. Meanwhile, radical Democrats are putting pressure on Biden to forgive up to $50,000 per borrower. But a former Obama economist is warning that the debt forgiveness doesn't mean it just goes away. Jason Furman said this. He said student loan relief is not free, you think? It would be paid for, part of it would be paid for by the 87% of Americans who do not benefit but lose out from inflation. If you might still like it, it benefits recent college grads and it hurts most everyone else, both rich and poor, but don't assume it's free money. It is not. You know, Joey, what I don't understand about all of this is why should anyone at this table or anyone watching the show right now be on the hook for some idiot who went out and got themselves in debt over a gender studies degree?
The only thing I'll say is that if Congress were having hearings right now today on why these loans are so easily available, why the interest rates are so high, why the schools are able to charge what they charge for the education, knowing that you can do the numbers to say, I paid $200,000 for this education, the median or the best possible income is $60,000 a year. If Congress were holding those hearings and looking at regulating that, we'd all be behind it. But see, that doesn't just garner votes. What garners votes is a handout. And I'll tell you, even the parents of people who have paid for these degrees, they're not sitting there going, yeah, please, let's get debt forgiveness. They're saying, no, let's not have this as a thing so our kid doesn't try to put us on the hook for some stupid degree in the future.
Well, absolutely. You know, Alicia, I want to play. So Elizabeth Warren, of course, had something to say about this. So let's listen to her, and then I'm going to go to you on the other side, okay? Let's take a listen.
If canceling student loan debt is coupled with restarting payments, we've been in a payment pause for 2 years now, the effect is not inflationary. The effect is deflationary. That is, there will be millions of Americans who will start making student loan payments. It's very much like paying a tax. It means they will have less money to spend every month.
Do you remember when she did the campaign ad with her husband and she was like live streaming? She was like, oh, great to see you here. And it was in their house. And you're like, well, where else would he be? It's
not awkward at all.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, Alicia, in my 37 years of life, I have learned that nothing is free.
No, nothing is free. And full disclosure, I'm smack dab in the middle of all of this crap. We've got 2 in college. I've got 3 more, like 2 years behind coming in.
I feel this one.
I feel this one with all my heart. But also, this changes nothing. It changes nothing in the long run. These are $50,000 Band-Aids that do nothing to change the system that is the college education and what we pay for it versus what we also get out. My kids are going to college. I'm hoping for the best and hope it all works out. But there's no incentive here. It's like a disincentive for colleges to change anything.
Yeah.
And American parents are like screaming at the top of their lungs, like, give us a break. Like, we want our kids to be educated in a formal way. However, we can't suffer entirely as a family because of it. And we don't want to put everybody into debt. Yeah. No.
Well, you know, they seem to want to do that. You know, and let's take a look at this, Tyra. So there's this study from the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, which good luck with that. But the inflation...
It's my old job.
Yeah, they say the Inflation Reduction Act, which is Orwellian named, but they say that that would reduce the federal deficit by $270 billion over 10 years. But if the student debt were forgiven, as they're saying they want to do this, it would add at least $250 billion to the deficit. So essentially wiping it off. I don't even know if I believe what they're saying on that. You know, I think that's going to, you know, this is all going to get back into some mess.
Every time you check the fine print, you're always like, wow. Like, I got so excited over the type 1, I have a type 1 diabetic in my house, and I heard that, oh, they're going to reduce the cost of insulin and all this great stuff. Yeah, it won't happen until 2026. So there's no relief in sight, and who knows what the future will be. It's the same thing with this. So what about the parents who didn't go on vacations, who didn't buy the new car, who saved to put little Johnny and Tyrus through college, right? Or the big dummy like me who paid his Pell Grant off. So the people who actually sacrificed and did their part, what about them? Where's their money? Right? Should they get reimbursed for that? No, of course not. This is these are these first world problems because AOC was upset because she owed $35,000 left on her stuff and she wants the government to pay for it because she doesn't get paid enough and her Tesla doesn't have enough gas or whatever. These first world problems have nothing to do with what's going on. I could think of 3 things if you wanted to do something positive with that money. Here's an idea. I did some crunching of the numbers. That same money, you could relieve veterans who served this country of paying taxes. They did their part. They did it with their mind, body, and soul somewhere else. You could literally take that same money and you could add a whole new police force. There's a million things you could do with that Americans would gladly pay, but no one's paying for somebody else's education when we all make sacrifices. It's complete first world garbage.
Well, and that's the point, really, because if you look at the higher income households owe almost 60% of the outstanding education debt. So the whole point is to reach people like AOC, because the Democrat Party is now the party of coastal elites. So, right before midterm. But
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.